Alhamdulillah, wa salat, wa salam ala wa rasulullah. Welcome to our series of Aqidah. This is our Aqidah class, and we've been studying from the book written by Kareem Abu Zaid entitled Diluting Wala Wal Better. Diluting Wala Wal Better. And today, what we're going to do, remember we talked about how one of the reasons why Muslims today, many of us do not have that allegiance that we're supposed to have with one another, because we don't truly understand the principle and concept of Tawheed. Just to ask a question, when we say or declare La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah, what are we testifying to? Who can answer that? Anyone? Simple question. Every Muslim should know that answer. But let's see what type of answers we get. Anyone? Don't you guys say it every day when you make salah? When we declare La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, what are we testifying to? Can anyone tell me? Anyone? Geechee?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Somebody beat you up? What happened? Where the brother?
No.
Why you sound like you got a broken heart? What's wrong with you?
I think I got the flu.
Oh no, Geechee, you got COVID? Did you get the COVID?
I don't know. I got a test, but I've been sleeping all day.
You sound like you crying. Are you okay?
No, it's just a runny nose.
Fresno,
okay.
what's wrong with Geechee? Girl, get off the
She's
mic.
sick.
Yeah,
She's sick.
Did somebody give her some chicken noodle soup?
Here's your chicken noodle soup, sister. Enjoy it. Thank you.
Oh, just lay down and get you some rest, Geechee. You sound horrible. Oh, yes, okay. Israel put an answer here. When we declare La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, what are we testifying to? Okay, here's an answer right here. Let's see if I can show this. Whoa, Israel. She said it means that we're declaring that there is nothing worthy of worship except Allah alone. We believe that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam is his final messenger. We believe everything. I can't read the rest. We believe everything. Wait a minute. We believe everything Allah commands us to believe, including, but not limited to, believing in his angels, his books, his prophets, the unseen world, and everything that includes. It includes in the unseen, such as the angels, the jinns, hell, paradise, life in the grave. We accept all of his legal systems, such as his laws, his rules, and regulations. We adhere to all of Allah's obligations without a question. We hear and obey, even if we don't understand. No one is authorized to make anything lawful and unlawful. We testify that our allegiance is only to Allah, only to his Prophet, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and all the believers, which means their blood, their property, their reputation is off limits and sacred. And finally, our love, fear, and hope of Allah is in equal proportion. That's from Israel. My best student. Y'all see Fresno, why she's my best student? That's what La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah means. How many of you didn't know that? That's what we're testifying to. That's Israel, my best student from Somalia. Y'all see that? I look like a white woman in that picture. Boy, I hate that picture. Israel. I look like a white woman in that picture. Okay, that's Israel. And that's the way we answer that question, guys. That's what we're testifying to. All of those things. All of those things. Everybody understand. The reason that you don't have allegiance to Allah and the Prophet and each other in this religion is because you don't understand what La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah entails. So today what we're going to do what we always do. We're going to take one of the names of Allah. Take one of Allah's names and we're going to break down its meaning. Because until we understand, learn, and understand the meaning of Allah's names, we can forget La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Okay? So one day out the week, we take one name and break it down. Today is that day. So give me a second here to set this up. Okay. Did I do that right? Okay. Am I still on? Wait a minute. Okay, I'm gonna need y'all's help. Let me know if what y'all see when I do this. Somebody on YouTube that's in the Zoom room. Let me know if y'all see my 3, 2, 1, my PowerPoint. Okay, and I'm getting ready to take this down. I'm getting ready to make it full screen. We're going full screen.
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay, now I'm getting ready to go to my PowerPoint, so I won't be able to see what y'all see. Oh, and also Zoom. Y'all, they can't see anything, right? Okay, hold on. Let me open it up for Zoom, people. Oh my God. YouTube. Yeah, I had to ask her, did Brother Man do something to her? Because, you know, after that call in and ask Sister Layla live show we had yesterday, you Broken Hearts Club sisters, man, tell them what these brothers be doing. Okay, here we go. Oh, okay. People on Zoom, you guys should be able to see too now. Now, here I go, Mina, help me through this. Now, I'm getting ready to go and do this. Y'all watch my screen. This is the name. El-Adl. What does it mean? El-Adl. What does it mean? Who looked up the meaning of it?
It means utterly just, and that means totally, absolutely, entirely.
So that means Allah is entirely just. Any other meanings? Anybody else? Any other meanings? Anybody want to contribute? You got a synonym? Utterly just. Entirely just. What does entirely mean? Let's break it down.
Totally.
Okay. Without lacking. Without lacking justice. Totally just. Okay. Let's work with that. So that's the meaning. Totally just. Okay. That brother there, I'm going to have to deal with him. Okay, but let's look at this. I'll deal with this brother here later with this. If you're recording me, what, for the class? Okay, well then just let me know, because I can just mute you. Okay, all right. Well, just let me know. But if you're recording me for okay, he said he's blind. You're blind? Well, how are you typing? He's not completely blind. Okay, so you're recording the class? Well, let me know, because I'll just keep you muted. Okay, but that's okay. I don't care. You can record me. I don't care. All right. So Allah, he is El-Adl. He's utterly just. That means he is entirely just. So when it comes to breaking down the meaning of Allah's names, this is how the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam taught the companions to do it. he would tell them, look around. How does Allah show us that he is forever just? Because that's what entirely means. Completely, not lacking anything. He's completely just. How does Allah show us that he is forever and completely just? Who would like to start us off? Go ahead.
Okay, I'll start you out since I started you out with that. He shows us that he is completely and totally just because he reigns on the just and the unjust. It rains on them as well as it rains on me.
Allah allows the rain to fall from the sky to benefit all creation, including those who are unjust. Good job. Okay, that's one way. That's one way that Allah shows us that he is entirely just, that he doesn't have not one unjust component of himself. There is nothing about Allah that is not just. If it were, he wouldn't allow the rain to fall from the sky for all of us to benefit from, when most of us are not unjust. Good job. What's another way? How else does he show us that he is forever completely just? If any of you are in here, Mina, I can't see what the people are typing on social media.
They haven't. No one said anything in YouTube.
Let me know if they do.
Okay.
Okay, so what's another example, guys? Another way that Allah shows us that he is completely just. Come on. How else does he show us? Go ahead.
Allah shows that he's completely just. He not only provides for the human being, but he also provides for the animals, like when they go hungry in the morning. And he provides for the planet by sending down the sun and, you know, the things to help them grow. So he provides for all of his creations.
Good job. Allah doesn't show favoritism. Allah doesn't show favoritism. He does not show favoritism. He provides for all of his creation. Y'all see that? Who can do that? That's something that we can't do. We show favoritism. We show favoritism with our children. I mean, even if we don't show it, we have favorites. We show it with our kids. We show it with our wives. How many of you brothers, hello, wake up. I got the polygamy crew here. I'm in 3 polygamy groups. For you brothers, how many of you show favoritism with your wives? You call some of your wives, but you leave other wives hanging. Y'all know what I'm talking about. How many of you brothers do what the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam did? The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam would make rounds. And that doesn't mean sex either. Let me give y'all the meaning of this hadith. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam would make rounds with all his wives after Asr. What's the source? What's the source? The source is Bukhari. But it doesn't mean sexually, like Anas said. Anas was one of the children that grew up. So of course he didn't know. All he knew is the Prophet Muhammad came and visited all his wives in the same day. But Aisha explained it. When the brothers thought that it was sexual, when the men said, oh, he had the strength of 100 men. Aisha, when she heard it, she corrected Anas. She said, "Oh, Anas, it wasn't sexual." She said the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam never. Now, how many of you brothers can say that you uphold this? The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam never had sexual relations with a wife if it was not her turn. What's the source? What's the source? Bukhari and Muslim. Aisha said the Prophet would visit all his wives. After Asr, he would begin with the oldest, who was Sauda, and he would end with whoever's wife whose turn it was for that night. And he would never spend too much time. He would start at the first, the oldest, and check on her to see if she needed anything. He would ask how her day went. He would play with the children. He would ask if they needed anything. Then he'd go to the next wife's house and he'd spend a little time with her. She said he never spent more time or less. He spent equal time with them all. She said it wasn't sexual. It was just showing love and concern for all his wives. How many of you brothers do that? How many of you brothers, you claim to be of the Sunnah, you're Salafi? Do you visit all your wives in one night just to check on them, not to have sex with them, but to see, do you spend 30 minutes with this one, then you go to the next one, 30 minutes with her, and then you end with the one whose turn it is? That's just. Allah is just. Our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was just. How many of us are? Allah, he's al-adil. He doesn't show favoritism. He provides for all his creation. Can we say the same? Do we not show favoritism with our families? Do we provide for all of our families equally? Or do we do more for one family and not for the other? We spend more time with this wife than the other. We make sure we call and text and check on this wife, but you leave the other one, you'll go 2 weeks, 2 months, and she don't even hear from you. When you text one wife, brothers, you should text them all. Y'all understand that? And this is also, me answering the question. I am answering the question that one of the sisters from the polygamy group sent me today. She said her husband is not just with her. She wanted to talk about it with Dr. Assam, but Dr. Assam's class ended kind of quick today. But her husband, he checks on all the other wives. He calls them. He texts them, but she don't hear from him for a week or 2. Allah doesn't do crap like that. And you brothers who got more than one wife, you're going to stand before Allah in chains on the day of judgment. And you're going to be crooked. You have to treat them fairly. Treat them justly. That doesn't mean when you buy for me, you got to buy for her. If I don't need anything, you ain't got to give me anything. It means be just with your time, just with your behavior, just with your treatment of them. You understand that, you young brothers? Send a text message to all your wives. Go visit them all. Equal time in the visits, except the one whose night it is. You have to stay with her all night. But at the Fajr, your day is yours. That's another thing too. Another question from the polygamy group. If it's my day, does that mean that my husband has to stay with me all day? No. It's the night. The night begins at Isha, not Maghrib. Did y'all know that? You better learn the meaning of these Arabic words. What does the word Maghrib mean? Maghrib means sunset. Isha means night. Aisha, radiyallahu anha, she said the Prophet, sallallahu alayhi wasallam, whoever's night it was, if he was not engaged in battle or traveling or anything, whoever's night it was, he would enter into her home after Isha. 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 I hope y'all recording this. The polygamy group. Your husband, he doesn't have to be in your house the whole day. He has to be in your house and in your bed after Isha. And I say bed. Why did I say bed? Because Aisha also taught us that's the right. Your husband cannot leave the house without your permission, not even to go to the mosque. When the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was with Aisha one night, he asked her permission. He said, oh Aish, can I please go to the mosque to just for tonight to do tahajjud and I'll come back? She said, yes, I'll allow that. So your husband has to be at home with you at Isha. From Isha till Fajr. Fajr. That begins the day for us as Muslims. Do you polygamy sisters understand? Y'all got to stop all this fighting. Oh yeah. I had to deal with you guys today, blowing up my cell phone, in addition to the brothers. Okay? Your husband only has to be home by Isha, sweetheart, and he stays with you until Fajr. Fajr, he go about his business, take care of his business, hopefully making that money. And if he wants to follow the Sunnah of the Prophet, after Asr, he'd visit and check on all his wives to make sure everything is okay and to make sure the kids are okay. And then whoever's night it is, he's back at your house at Isha. And by the way, if your husband goes out of town on a journey and it happens to fall on your night, he has to make that up to you. Do you sisters understand? Do you brothers understand? If you have to travel out of town for your job, whoever's night it was, you have to make it up to her when you get back. Does everybody understand? And what's the source? What's the source? What's the source, lailanasheeba? Aisha, radiyallahu anha, Sahih Bukhari, Sahih Muslim, and Muwatta. You brothers better learn. You sisters better learn. Learn your rights. Learn your obligations. If you're gonna do polygamy, polygamy is good and clean. Polygamy is beautiful if it's done the way our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam did it. This ain't no pimp mentality. A lot of you brothers bring that pimp mentality into Islam. Take that pimp mentality out of here. Ain't no pimphood. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said one of the worst people to stand before Allah on the day of judgment will be the pimp. The pimp. Allah will not look at him. Allah will not speak to him. He'll have him dragged by his face and thrown into the hellfire. Tabarani. Hello. Learn that sitter. Learn them hadiths. Okay? Ain't no pimphood. Polygamy is a big responsibility, and it's a beautiful life if done in accordance to Allah's laws. Allah, He's al-Adl. Allah perfected our religion for us. It has to be just. We are a justly balanced nation. No favoritism. Even if you mad at a person, even if you mad at your wife, you got to go home to her if that's her night, brother. El-Adl. Most of the people on earth do not believe in Allah. Most of the people on the earth associate partners with him. But Allah still sends down the rain. He still causes the sun to rise. He still brings warmth to us. He is El-Adl. No favoritisms. He doesn't allow his anger to cause him to be unjust. Do y'all understand El-Adl? You Muslims, you men, you brothers. Let me put this down because this is disgusting. Hold on here. I'm coming back. Here she come. Give her a minute. Here she come. One of the sisters texted me and said, let me see your beautiful face, Layla. That's what she texted. She said, Sister Layla, I'm crying. She said, please, let me see your face. Hold on. Let me show her my face. I don't know how to. I'm doing a program by myself. I ain't got no help, sister. Hold on. How do I show my face, y'all? I forgot. I got the sister say she's crying. Why are you crying? There's no need to cry, sister. Hold on. Let me get my face. I don't know. Fresno. Oh.
I don't know how you're going to get your face, but she's crying because you touched her heart. Because all this stuff you're saying is so true. There you go.
Am I showing the face?
Yeah, I see it.
Okay, I'm coming. Hold on, sister. She says she wants to see my face because she's crying. Hold on. I don't like to hear nobody crying. Why are y'all crying? What are you brothers doing? That's the polygamy group. See, this is why I didn't want to be a part of that group. Let's talk about it. Let me get this. I picked this name. El-Adl. What's wrong with you brothers? Hold on. Let's take it full screen. You got the sisters crying? Oh. Shame on you brothers. What is this?
I see your face on YouTube now, Sheba. I see you on my tube.
Okay, good. Y'all can see me now. Okay, good. Alhamdulillah.
Layla, I don't see you on YouTube. I mean, do you see her?
Yeah, she on there. She on there.
They want to see me, y'all. I'm here. I mean, you may check your internet. But okay, but seriously, you know, the sisters are crying. You brothers have got to get it together. What are y'all doing to these women? Polygamy. I want y'all to know, and this is my message to you sisters out there. We have a high apostasy rate. Brother Ahmad, make sure you record this. This might make some good shorts. We have a high apostasy rate of Muslim women because they have all these dreams, all this love, and all this want to be close to Allah. So they embark upon this new way of life, this new religion, and they marry you brothers, and you brothers take away their dreams. You break them. You mistreat them. And you make them end up blaming Allah. It's not Allah's fault. It's your husband's fault. Polygamy is good and clean. It's beautiful. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when I'm doing those stories of those female companions, look at how just he was. He visited all his wives in one day. And it wasn't a sexual thing. It was 30 minutes to check on them, to see how the kids are. Do you need anything, babe? I love you, babe. And keep it moving. At Isha, he was in the home, whoever's turn it was. If he was not engaged in battle or something, he would be home after Isha. Aisha, radiallahu anha, said he would go to the mosque. After performing Isha, he would go directly to whoever's turn it was house. And that was her time from Isha till Fajr. Fajr. Then he'd leave. He'd come back after Asr to make rounds with all the wives. That's how you maintain justice. If he went out of town on a trip, whoever's turn it was, he'd make it up with them. Or sometimes he'd take them with them. That's why some of the hadiths, he took his wives with him. That was probably her turn. Islam is balanced. Islam is just. Islam is fair. Man is unjust. Man is imbalanced. Man is unfair. So you sisters, never blame Allah. Never think badly of Allah. Never think that anything that Allah made lawful is bad. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said everything Allah made lawful is good and clean. Divorce, good and clean. Polygamy, good and clean. Makeup, good and clean. Colors, good and clean. Jewelry, good and clean. Red meat, good and clean. Lamb, good and clean. Chicken, good and clean. Working, good and clean. Praying, good and clean. Everything that Allah made lawful and all obligations that he's imposed upon us as Muslims is good and clean. That's why we never use the word haram. We never, ever, ever use the word haram unless we have a nas, a clear verse that says it's haram. If you can't bring me the verse that says you cannot wear makeup, then don't you dare use the word haram, because it's good and clean. Y'all understand? Polygamy, good and clean. If you married to a man who's making it dirty, if you're married to a man who's making it look bad, then you don't diss Allah, you diss him. You sisters stand up and tell these men, look, I'm tired. You don't call me. You don't text me. You don't care about me. I'm done. I can't live this way. I want out of this marriage. You demand it. You demand a kula to get out of it. You go to whoever married you, whatever your guardian was, you tell him, I want a kula. I can't live this way. He's making me hate my religion. He's making me question my Lord. He's making me doubt myself. Get out of the marriage, sisters. You don't blame it on Allah. You just got a bad fish. Toss it back in the sea. There's a million others. Maybe you'll get lucky. Maybe you won't. But remember, if you don't get lucky in this world, you will get lucky in the hereafter, inshallah. I tell you, single sisters die. All this crying and complaining. I want a husband. Be careful what you ask for, sisters, because you could be like my polygamy sisters, very unhappy, because they got husbands, but they got some terrible ones. The ones that's complaining to me here. Be careful what you ask for. If you ain't got a husband in this world, that means Allah knows better. And he's got something better for you. Maybe ain't no man in this world worthy of you. Hello. But a companion is, a prophet is. Your husband's right up there, waiting on you to cross that Sirat bridge so he can welcome you in his arms and say, you are mine. That's what every woman wants to be told. I'm yours. You are mine. So understand, sisters, we got to learn to accept how life is. Understand that Allah is in control of everything. Nothing happens unless Allah wills it. This life is a testing ground for the believer. But understand Allah's El-Adl. He's El-Adl. He's just. His laws are just. His decisions are just. His obligations imposed upon us are just. We have to just submit to them. And that's what Muslim means. Submit to them, sisters. And if somebody is standing between you and your submission to Allah, someone is standing between you and your submission to Allah's laws and his will, then you bounce them out of your life. You don't bounce Allah out. You got to go, bro. Bye. A bientôt. A la prochaine fois. And keep it moving. That's my Geechee, my Creole speak. Okay? All right. So y'all done took me. But inshallah, I answered these sisters' questions. And hopefully now you understand what El-Adl means. Let's finish this up. I done spent too much time with these polygamy sisters. I'm telling you, this group y'all got going on, I don't know what it is. I heard a bunch of y'all are co-wives in there. What's up? Hanky-panky, kind of stanky. What you mean? Hanky-panky, kind of stanky. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe you women need to distance yourself. You shouldn't be telling other sisters what's going on. This is what you don't do that. Why are you telling them what's going on in your life with him? And by the way, women, let me talk about this for a second. Hello, and turn into polygamy. Polygamyville. What goes on in your home with you and your husband is your business. Why are you going telling the other wives? You playing that little game, huh? It's going to backfire on you. We talked about what happened with Aisha, radiallahu anha, and Hafsa. They played that little game too. It blew up in both of their faces. Po Hafsa. Hafsa got a divorce. He took her back, but she got a divorce. She learned her lesson. You women stop playing those games. Detach from each other. What are you doing? You know, women, don't no woman like the idea of another woman being with her man. That goes against our nature. That's life. The prophet's wives didn't like the idea that he had other wives. That's part of our nature. So why are you trying to be friends? Who said you got to be friends? This ain't the LDS club. That's the problem. You women watch too much TV. This is not sister wives. We are not LDS. We're Muslims, not Mormons. Okay? How are you going to be friends with her when both of y'all got the same interests? Distance yourself. And let's stop all that fighting. You got children to think about, women. You sisters got children. Your children are paying the price up from you mentally. Your daughters will grow up scarred. Your sons will grow up abusive. Think about your children and act like adults. Distance yourself from each other. You will never be friends with each other. The prophet's wives didn't become friends until after his death. They became friends after his death because it's just our nature. We're going to be jealous. We're going to always question, what is he doing? Is he doing this to her like he's doing this to me? Oh, he's calling her. Why don't he call me? He's texting her. He never texts me. He don't call me his big bird. Why is he calling her his big bird? Detach. Distance yourselves. You will never be friends. You are sisters in faith. That's it. But this is not the sister wives club. Distance. Your life, your children are yours. Her life, her children, it are hers. The kids can come together. They're brothers and sisters. You and her, separate. Y'all get that? All this nonsense blowing up my cell phone. Oh, yeah. All right. Any questions about that, people? I'm sorry, but these sisters are driving me insane. Any questions about that? Brother Ammon, I hope you got it. Make some shorts out of that. What? Wait a minute. Sister, let me tell you something. Now they're asking me, have I ever been in a polygamous situation? I can't speak unless I have. Let me tell you, I don't know where you women come from. Every marriage I had was polygamy. I got married when I was 14 years old, sweetheart. Every husband I had more than one wife. I prefer polygamy because I'm a woman of the cloth, as they say. I got my little habit on today. I'm a woman of the cloth. I prefer polygamy because I don't have time to be sitting around cooking, baking, making babies and all that crap. That ain't for me. I'm a dyer. I don't even know how to cook bread. I'm just like Aisha radiallahu anha. I don't know how to cook bread. I burn it. I burn an egg. So you talking to the wrong sister. I done been in your shoes. I wore them and I owned it. I never had a problem with polygamy. My family will tell you that. I never had a problem with polygamy. I prefer to be the third or fourth wife. I don't even want to be number one. I want to be the last one. So that way she can do all that other stuff. Let her make the babies. Well, I'll make the babies. Let her have the babies. Tell it, Fresno. I'll make them, but let her have them. Let her raise them and clean them and cook for them and let her wash your clothes and all that. I got dawah to do. I'm committed to Allah. Allah first and foremost. Then the Prophet Muhammad, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Then me. And then you, brother. That's why when I do get married, any man I marry, he has to be of the dawah like me. You understand, sisters? I can't marry a regular man. A regular man, I couldn't have. I have to have a man who's a dyer like me, because only another dyer can understand it. I need a man that's committed to Allah like I am. And he can have 10 wives if I wouldn't care. As long as he do his job to me. Long as he give me my rights. And long as he make me feel like I'm important. Long as he champion me. That's what champion means. To champion a woman. You make her feel that she's special, she's loved, she's needed. The Prophet Muhammad, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, did that to all his wives. He had more wives than these brothers got. But every one of those wives felt championed, felt special, felt loved. And none of them were ever felt neglected, not even Habiba. And she lived in a different country. But she still knew that he loved her because he cared for her, kept the communication going with her. So I'm the wrong sister. Yes, I have been in your shoes at the age of 14 on, and I loved it. Polygamy was never my problem. I couldn't find a man who could accept the fact that I didn't care he had another wife. That was my problem. The husbands I had couldn't understand why she don't care. They wanted me to care. I don't care. I got my classes to do. I'm on the internet. All right. Any other questions about that, sweetheart? All right, let's get to this. Now you put that stuff aside. You and her, y'all just separate. You can never be friends. Just sisters in faith. Keep it moving. Let the kids go together and you and her just get out of that. Go your way. She go her way. And let's see if y'all can answer these questions. Let's get back to this. I'm sorry, guys, sisters. Oh, okay, let's go back to this. Here we go, guys. Go back to, let's do this real quick. And I'm going to the PowerPoint. Let me know if it shows up, Mina. Well, hold on. Ready? Okay. Let me make it full screen, and I'm getting ready to pop to it. Okay, so Allah's El Adil, which means,
Yes, there.
okay, good. He's utterly just. How does he show us this? He
It ain't here for us in Zoom.
Oh, I'm sorry. Always friends, no. Wait a minute, hold on. Here we go. That's Instagram. I need this one. Where's YouTube? Is that YouTube? Hold on. Okay, there you go. There's Zoom. So Allah, how does he show us that he is completely just? He allows the rain to fall to benefit all creation. He never shows favoritism. He provides for all creation. Can y'all come up with one more? One more.
That's enough right there.
Okay. All right. So now the second part is how to take the above and incorporate it to yourself. Okay, we came up with these two statements. Allah shows us that he is just by allowing the rain to fall and benefit all creation. Knowing that Allah does that, how can you apply that to yourself, guys?
Okay, that's mine. What I had said was, I apply this to my life, like, because Allah is just, I will be fair in my dealings with myself and others.
Good job. I will be fair and just in my dealings. No, okay, that's it. Okay. I will be fair and just regarding myself. Let's take the other part is for others. Let's keep it for yourself. And how will you be fair and just regarding yourself? What will you do to make yourself fair and just?
Okay, even if
I will. How will you be fair and just?
I will assure my actions will be equal in.
I will assure that wait, first of all, okay, wait a minute, somebody else is texting me. Who is it? Oh, the polygamy sister. Oh, okay, good. You through crying. She said, okay. Just type it. I'll put it. Let me put her where she's typing. She said, thank you, Sister Layla. I'm through crying. I needed this. All right, good. Type your answer. Okay, she said, I will assure that I take care of my health and not allow life to cause me. Okay, I'm changing her word here. To become remiss in that. Good job. Exactly. Because that's what you polygamy sisters got to do. Y'all walking around with the Broken Hearts Club because y'all sitting there making life miserable for yourselves. First of all, trying to be friends with the other woman. Forget that. You ain't going to be friends with her. You're going to always have that jealousy and wonder. Okay? Take care of your body. Get a life. Exercise. Take care of your health. Okay, what else? Anybody else? And by the way, what they typing on YouTube? I can't see Mina.
Ain't type nothing.
Okay, good, because this sister's texting me. This is the polygamy club. Text. Okay, the second part. All right, go ahead. She said, I will not show favorites with my children or other family members. Okay, that's good. You on a good start. Keep it moving. I will provide for all my children Good job. See, you took your mind off of that women stuff. Yeah, I will provide for all my children equally. Good job. Anybody want to jump in? They can. But at least I got the polygamy club thinking about a law instead of their personal selves. Okay. What else? Okay. I will assure that my rights, good job, are upheld as well. Good job. That's right. Sit down and have a talk with brother man tonight. Tell brother man you done found out that he's supposed to be at your house after Isha. And he ain't supposed to leave until Fajr. Unless you give him permission. Tell him that. Hello. Anybody else want to jump in? Okay, so let's look what we got so far. Allah is El-Adil. He allows the rain to fall from the sky to benefit all creation. He does not show favoritism. He provides for all of his creation. How can I incorporate that into myself? I will be fair and just regarding myself. I will assure that I will assure to care. No, I will care. Good job. I'm cleaning this up. I will care for my health. I will care for my health and not allow life to cause me to become remiss in that. I will not show favorites with my children or other family members. I will provide for all my children equally. I will assure that my rights are upheld as well. Good job. That's good. Now the last part. You take what you wrote here, how to apply in your relationships with others. You got it, polygamy sisters? Seems like the whole class is for y'all today. You can't say Layla ain't gave you no attention. I gave the whole class to you polygamies. Okay. So how can you take what you just put there and apply it in your interactions with each other? With your co-wives. Let's talk about it. Ain't no sister wife. How can you apply it in your relationship? Okay, there you go. You got it. Type it, and I'll just type it over. I'll clean up the wording. Texting me. Go ahead. She said, let's see how to rewrite this. I will respect. There you go. I'm trying to clean up what she's saying. But she going it. You got it. I just got to reword it because you got some hip hop going on. I don't know what AS, them abbreviations mean. Y'all know I talk like I'm cool. I talk like I'm down, but I'm just an 80s girl. I'm just a girl in the world. I don't know nothing about no hip hop. Come on. I got to clean this up. You don't abbreviate. I will respect, okay, the rights of others. I'm not going to say of your co-wives. I will respect the rights of others and not be unjust in my treatment. There you go, of them. Good job. Good job. Polygamies.
Sister Jamila said, I will be firm and just with my relatives and do not show favoritism.
I will be firm and just with my relatives and not show favorites.
To cause confusion.
To cause confusion
amongst them, yes.
That's what you good job. That's what you polygamies can do.
I would say I would learn to understand that Allah owns all of us. We own nothing. So I cannot be possessive. Because a lot of women are possessive.
Good job. I will understand that Allah owns all of us. And He owns our husbands. Exactly. Your husband don't belong to you. He belongs to Allah. Just like you don't belong to him. We all belong to Allah. Let me change that. Hold on. I like that, Anissa. We all belong to Allah. So I will respect that and not expect injustice regarding me. Good job. Go ahead, whoever that was.
No, I was just going to simply say that we have to understand that we are, whatever's given to us is just a loan. And
yeah. Everything given to us is a loan from Allah. What we do with it may determine our fate. Good job. Anything else? Now you see how coming to this class, you sisters in this polygamy group fighting with each other, you know, over some silly stuff, over a man. That's silly to me. Fighting over a man. You know, when neither one of you knew your rights, neither one of you knew your obligations, neither one of you realized that the man ain't being just to neither one of y'all. He probably somewhere tripping his ego because he got two women fighting over him like he's somebody when he probably ain't nobody. He probably somebody that lailanasheeba wouldn't even have clean her boot. Hello, he couldn't clean my boot. Oh, I'm getting personal. I can't stand to hear brothers abuse these women and these women turn on the law. Don't turn on the law. You crazy. You better put your love in check. You better never allow your love for no man to come between you and Allah. Are you crazy? Anybody else? Silly women. Okay. Let's look and see what we got. Allah, he's El-Adil. He's entirely just. He shows us this by allowing the rain to fall from the sky to benefit all creation. He does not show favoritism. He provides for all of his creation. So how can I take this and incorporate it to myself? Well, I will be fair and just regarding myself. I will care for my health and not allow life to cause me to become remiss in that. I will not show favorites with my children or other family members. I will provide for all my children equally, and I will assure that my rights are upheld as well. Good job. Now, how can I apply this in my relationship or interaction with others? Well, I will respect the rights of others and not be unjust in my treatment of them. I will be firm and just with my relatives and not show favorites or cause confusion amongst them. We all belong to Allah, so I will respect that and not expect injustice regarding me. Everything given to us is a loan from Allah. What we do with it may determine our fate. That's El-Adil. That's El-Adil. Good job, guys. This is let me put it up here so I can save it to my desktop so I can clean it up and wait a minute, hold on. Okay. That's El-Adil. Okay, hold on. Let me put my picture back up here. And you polygamy sisters, boy, y'all done turned me into a whole different class today. Wasn't it y'all had my class turned into the gammy class? Y'all gave Layla the gammy class today. So what do you guys think about that? What do you guys think about El-Adil? This is how we break down the names of Allah. Wait a minute, hold on. I done got lost up in there. I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me fix it. Where's Zoom? Oh, I got to go here. Now I'll go here. Oh, wait a minute. I'm coming. You know, we just have to understand, guys, everything begins with and ends with Tawheed. Everything begins with and ends with Tawheed. Learning those names of Allah, that's the key to not only have an allegiance to him, allegiance to the Prophet, allegiance to ourselves, but also learning the names of Allah. It teaches us how to become better people, better Muslims in our behavior, in our thinking, and all of that. Okay, the sister here is typing. She said, I'm so happy that Allah sent me to you, Sister Layla. Alhamdulillah, I'm glad too. You know, I know I had to come down a little bit hard on you sisters, but you know, that's my job as a daya, a real one. Remember, guys, I want y'all to remember that we daya, we are the inheritors of the prophets. The prophets of Allah didn't leave behind no money and none of that, no families, children, all that stuff. The only thing they left behind was their knowledge. And those of us, you know, we people who call ourselves daya, callers to the truth, we are the inheritors of the prophets. What does that mean? We inherit their knowledge. And with that comes responsibility. With that comes a lot of responsibility. So we also inherit the problems that the prophets had to deal with. The Prophet Muhammad, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, was sent in a horrific time in history. He was sent in the medieval period, the Dark Ages. It was called the Dark Ages for a reason, because it was the bleakest time in man's existence. He had to bring order to the earth, order to the people. Men were abusing their wives. Men had hundreds of wives. They had harems. Women were just looked at as nothing but sex toys, like they are today, and baby makers. And if you couldn't do that, then they would kill you. You didn't serve no purpose. They just kill you. You were nothing. They prostitute women. If you couldn't be prostituted, kill her. She's no purpose. So the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam came during that period, and he had to teach mankind al-adl, that Allah is the just, and he had to teach us how to be adl with ourselves and in our interactions with each other. When the Prophet moved to Medina, that's when the laws came down, giving women rights. Women didn't get rights until after the migration to Medina. The laws of hijab, did y'all know that? The rules, the laws of hijab were not manifest and revealed until after the migration to Medina. Okay? And when Allah sent down the rights for women, you know what the women did? The women began to act arrogantly. Because Allah gave us rights, because Allah said that a woman shouldn't be beaten, that a woman is equal to man spiritually. Women are supposed to live amongst men in love and happiness. The best amongst you are those who are good to your wives. You can tell how the character of a man by simply looking at the condition of his wife and daughters. When Allah sent down all that beautiful stuff about how we women are to be revered, the women began to act ignorant. They began to become disobedient to their husbands. They wouldn't sleep with them. And as Umar, radiallahu anha, said, some of the women began to beat their husbands, because Arabic women are just like me, just like yours truly. I'm half Arab. I'm Egyptian. My father was Egyptian. The Sadat family, El Sadat, All right. The Arab women became arrogant, indignant, and they began to beat their husbands, some of them. So when Umar came to the prophet, he said, "O prophet of Allah, now Allah has given women rights. And now the women want to go against us. Now the women are refusing us. They're even hitting us, abusing us." The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam became angry. And he went to the mosque, led the people in prayer. And now, because the women came and prayed at the mosque. After the prayer, he said, "I'm addressing all you women." He said, "You women complain about how Allah didn't send nothing down for you, how you had no rights, how you felt like you were nothing. So Allah gives you women rights. He raised you up and made you equal to men spiritually. And this is how you behave? You show your gratitude to Allah by being disobedient, by even hitting your husbands." And that's when the prophet said, "Don't you women know that even though Allah made you equal spiritually, the man is still of a higher degree, because Allah gave man strength over you. It's his job to provide, to maintain, to protect you. And that's a great responsibility." He said, "Don't you know that if Allah would have ordered any creation to prostrate to another, it would have been a woman to a man because of that? Because the men are putting their lives out on the line for you. Because on the day of judgment, the man was going to have to stand before Allah and be held accountable for you." This is the whole hadith that you never hear these brothers talk about. What's the source? What's the source? Sahih Bukhari, Muwatta, Muslim, Tirmidhi. Hello. That's the whole hadith. The prophet wasn't saying that to say women are nothing. He said, because of the rights Allah has given you, sisters, where the man has to be your provider, your protector, your maintainer. And if he ain't just with you, he will go before Allah in chains and be crooked. Because of that, if it were to be anyone to prostrate, it would have been you to him. And this is how you show your gratitude to Allah. This is how you women repay Allah, by abusing your husbands. The women felt bad. And that's when the prophet told women, "Don't you know it's going to be more of you in hell? You need to give in charity." He said, that's that emotional side of you women. That's one of the number one reasons why it's going to be more of you in hell than men. You women need to give in charity, because giving in charity will help to purify you of that female garbage that we go through. That's the entire hadith, and it's more to it. So Islam is a check and balance. Islam is based on justice. We are a justly balanced nation, sisters. Your husband's got rights over you. You got rights over him. Learn what those rights are. Your husband has obligations. You got obligations. Learn what they are. And then strike the balance. Strike the balance. Strike the balance. Sad. All right, so we're going to stop right here. And again, I apologize, but the sisters just kept texting me, and I had to, and alhamdulillah, I didn't plan this. I chose the name El Adil, but I didn't know I would turn it into an example. But I'm glad to see it was an example for you sisters in the polygamy club here. All right. Okay. Any questions or comments? And by the way, we have one more class tonight. We have the lawful and the unlawful. That's at 9 o'clock. We're going to be speaking about social relationships at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you guys are here for it. Okay. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Are any questions or comments? Did I break that down for these people? Friends, no. Girl, messed up my stuff.
Yeah, you broke that down. I have a comment.
Go ahead.
A lot of women play games, and it's gonna be like here in America, you know, the people that get into the polygamy, just like the pimp-minded brothers, we have some pimp-minded sisters that were previous hoes, and a hoe don't want another hoe to have their man. You know, so they playing games like they with it, but that first one don't know. That first one is playing games. They don't really want that man to have nobody but them. But when they was out there hoeing, he had all these hoes who wasn't just to none of them. And then when they come into Islam, they can't get that whole mentality out their head. They want to play them little whole games and trying to move everybody out. It don't go like that in Islam. It really don't. You need to get with the program, learn your deen, and know that either you with it, baby, or you not with it. If you don't want to be in it, don't get in it, because a true one, you can't move her out no way.
Right.
You know, she don't care nothing about what you're saying or what you're doing. That's you messing up yourself. And if the man is real, he gonna get rid of you and keep the other one. That's just my 2 cents on that.
Yeah, you sisters got to grow up. And like she said, y'all, just like your husband got that pimp mentality, how many of you sisters got that other mentality? Hello, because a lot of y'all are converts. You're coming from sharing men. That's all the Kafirs do is share men and women. And what's that disease? Chlamydia. Oh, I'm scared of that stuff. I hear about that chlamydia so much. Girl, I'm afraid if I ever get married, I better not get no chlamydia. Ooh, it's nasty. But that nasty woman's disease that Celie had in the color purple, you know.
And I like to add also, some men are just whippies and they want to go and tell the other woman what's going on with the other wife. That should stop. It should. I would tell her, don't come in with that crap. You married it, you got it, deal with it. I don't want to know nothing. And women, you need to concentrate on your own lives, getting closer to Allah. Get your careers together. In case something happens to that man, you'll be independent and can take care of yourself. And you don't have to worry about no heartbreaks and all that stuff that people go through unnecessarily. Because a man ain't nothing but a man. That's all he is. If he ain't in submission to the will of Allah, he ain't nothing but a man. Let him be a man. Shoot.
Exactly. And all these sisters speaking, they all have been in polygamy situations and still are, some of them. Okay? So these are older women. You better listen to us young girls. Okay? You know, subhanAllah, like I said, you know, it's all about, you know, if you got a husband, like she said, coming to you, which one of you do have one like that, I'd kick him to the curb. He ain't got no business coming to you telling you what he doing with his other wives. That man got that pimp mentality. You need to tell him, but that's it. Since you want to boast and brag, you ain't qualified to have me. So it's time that we move on. You know, let ships part in the night. You know, you women need to get it together. SubhanAllah, SubhanAllah, life. This is the life of a daya. Yeah, and see, this is real talk. Those other sisters that y'all go and listen to on YouTube with the beautiful United Kingdom accents, okay? They're not going to tell you this. They're going to give you these beautiful, beautiful voices and, oh, I'm going to tell you what Allah said, what the Prophet said, how Aisha said it's supposed to be, and I'm going to keep it real, whether you like it or not, because that's the job of a daya. All right? Okay, any other questions or comments? If not, I'll be logging back in at 9. Okay, the sister here is saying thank you. She's crying. You crying again. You do a lot of crying. What's up with this crying, Fresno? How old are you, sister? I mean, just type it. You're young. She's in her 30s, late 30s.
What she keep crying for?
There, what you crying? Why are you crying now?
Yeah.
She said because she feels happy. I made her feel
good.
Oh, she's a sensitive. She's just sensitive.
Yeah.
I figured she was touched.
Yeah.
She said that I've given her some hope.
SubhanAllah.
Okay, well, like I said, sister, you too young to be trying to formulate relationships with the co-wives. That ain't gonna happen. You young. You know, I'm an old woman. I'm old. I got great grandkids probably. You know, I'm old. I'm about to die tomorrow. But I couldn't sit around and be friends with my man's with a woman that's with my man. Hello, that's my wolf. He mine. I ain't sharing my wolf with nobody publicly like that. Whatever he got other ones, that's his bit. I don't want to see it. That's my wolf. He mine, and I'm his. And I'm an old woman. You young girls, you in your 30s, you ain't got no business trying to be no friends with no other woman. Girl, get a life.
Get your minds off those other women.
How many kids you got?
About them.
She got 4 kids.
Don't try to do nothing for them, because that's what we have a tendency of trying to do. We make them our children, and we want them to have the same things or to act the way we're acting. No, you are you in your house. You are independent. You are you. Be you, and that's it. Just be you. Get that other person.
Yeah, focus on your 4 children. You just had a baby too, girl. Focus on your life. You and your children and your husband. And forget about trying to be friends with anybody else. Your friend is Allah. And make this website your friend. Make Allah your friend. And then come here and learn your deen so you can continue to grow, so you can teach those children, especially those daughters, how to have self-love, self-respect. Girl, please, 30-something years old, trying to be somebody's friend. Y'all want, and turn off the TV. Turn off the TV. Siraj Wahaj, back in the 80s. Turn off the darn TV. Stop watching Sister Wives. There ain't no sister wife in Islam. We don't do that. TLC ain't for you or me. Hello. Go watch HGTV. Watch House Hunters.
You know, Sister Laylo, can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead. She crying too.
One of the biggies, like when we look at these cases, especially within these groups and these situations, like as you said, a lot of sisters, they come into this thing, they don't know a lot. So these brothers play on that very aspect of not knowing a lot. So they begin to dictate, we call it Islam, and there's practices or whatnot. But as Anissa and everyone has contributed, it's very important to have your thing going. If you don't have education.
That's Geechee's, her mic.
Have you? And how they all had or whatnot. They had something going. Even though some of them, you know, as a wife, as you said, you know, as a woman, we all have that tendency to be jealous. Yes, but they had something else occupying their time. They had other goals that they were trying to reach. And if you make him your center and you make him, like you said, you make him your God, you're looking to him for everything to provide it, as well as placing your happiness in his hand. So when he breaks it and he manipulates you and he plays those games just like the, you know, the John and, you know, the side work, it's the same kind of game going on, that same narcissism. So it's important, even though that you're in that situation, know who Allah made you, who you are, who you can be, and never look at it as a, oh, that person has more than me, oh, that person's prettier than me, oh, that person, you know, he spends his time more with her. but to know that what you possess and take that time to really assess who you are and what you can offer or whatnot, offer yourself. So you got to build up your skills and yourself, because I've said it's a loan. Any day Allah could be like, I'm taking this loan back, I'm trying to pay up, you know? So you have got to change that mind shift. And I mean, if not, get some kind of therapy to help you, you know, work on that, because it could be damaging for you.
Girl, excellent, Geechee.
Peace. That's the secret.
Stands, forget it. You gotta provide for them. So if you're in that mindset and you're showing all that to your kids, they're gonna repeat your mistakes or whatnot. So it's like, come on now, we gotta shake ourselves and get it.
You practice being that perfect wife, and I'm telling you, honey, your life would be wonderful.
Yeah, because that's hard.
That's right. And you know what? When you get pissed off, don't fuss at the tree, because that tree is alive. You can just fuss inside yourself, but don't let it out into the universe.
Right.
Fuss inside. You can cuss all you want to. You can act like the total demon you know you can be, but don't put it out into the universe.
Right. Exactly. Never let them see you sweat. And like I say, you know, being a good wife is a full-time job, guys.
Yes.
Because we all want to be, even if I ever got married, I want to be the perfect wife. Yeah. If my husband had 15 wives, I hope I'm number 15, because I don't got time. But when I get married and I'm number 15 or 22 or 103. Okay. You know, when he come around me, I'm the perfect wife. I'm going to give him all the time that I'm supposed to give him. I'm going to do what Allah commands me to do. I'm going to cook him something to eat. I might burn it, because I burn bread like Aisha, but I'll sit there. Y'all know I love to pretend to cook. I like to chop, and I'll make hey, honey, sit down with him, give him his time, satisfy him, please him, play games with him. Oh, the games I can play. And then send him on his way. Send him on his way. But at least when he leaves to go on his way, you know, he can say he enjoyed his day with me. Hello. Listen, that's how you do it. He's going to leave to go about his business, but he can say he enjoyed his time with me. Could have been the last time we spend together.
Yeah, you want to be that Salama, where she was the peace for him every time he came around. Yeah,
that's what I want.
Yeah, she got his mind off of some stuff that the other wives were putting him through. So you gotta keep that. So today, I'm gonna mimic Salama through everything. I'm gonna be his peace. I'm gonna be my peace too. I'm gonna be his. We're gonna go through this, and he ain't gonna worry about that. It's all about me right now, you know?
Right, and that's what I'm at the age I'm at too. You know, the age you sisters got 4, 5 kids apiece. Be his Salama. Try to be his Salama, his place of comfort, his place of peace, his place of tranquility, where he knows that he can handle the world. He can go out there and face tomorrow as a strong black man, because these are black sisters. As a strong black man living in America, he can go out and face tomorrow, and knowing that his woman got his back. That's how Salama was. Focus on that, sisters. And like she said, find something to do with your time. In addition to taking care of those 5 babies you got, you know, take up something. I would suggest you take up learning your deen, because none of you sisters know your religion. You need to come to every single one of my classes. I should be on your big screen TV. Your house should be filled with nothing but lailanasheeba. I have classes throughout the day, 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock. You know, you center your life around them so you can learn how to get close to your Lord, because that's how you find that inner peace. The inner peace comes through your relationship with Allah.
That's right. Sit those shoulders down.
Yeah, take that extra, that extra thing you want to pick up to build yourself, and look at yourself as marrying something else. Marry yourself, your focus into that thing. Give it your time, your devotion, your love, your care, but not neglecting, okay, I do have a husband. I'm going to go ahead and I am going to, give him his rights. I'm going to you know, show him and respect him the way Allah wants me to give him that which he commanded me to give him. But don't be, you know, we always say tunnel vision. That tunnel vision love. Like, you gotta, you know, you have to have that understanding, like, hey.
That's Geechee's,
you know, mentally for that. And just, you know, just prepare yourself in all ways, because if you don't have that, it's not gonna go down. And we already know what the end for it is. Depression, you know, you're gonna lose yourself. You gotta take care of yourself. Take care of yourself.
Yeah. So alhamdulillah, you sisters, y'all will get it together. You know, just get your love balanced, get your purpose in life reaffirmed, and keep your eyes on tomorrow, not on yesterday. Tomorrow, and how tomorrow's going to be a better day. We are the world. Hit it, Tiba. We are the future.
What people?
It'll be a better day for you and me.
Yeah. And watch it. Watch your thoughts, ladies. Watch your thoughts. Your thoughts will kill you and everything around you.
Yeah.
A thought comes in, you see it's wrong, kill it. Knock it out. Don't even think about it.
Exactly.
Put a better one in its place. Because you can't stop those dead gone thoughts. They come in automatically. But you got to look at them, control them, stop them. Because they'll drive you crazy.
Exactly. All right, guys, I'm going to close out. I got to get y'all's PowerPoint together.